Hi, everybody. Welcome to the QB School. I am JT O'Sullivan. Today, Jalen Hurts, nice win over the Cowboys. Fired up for this one. Let's get it going. Welcome to the QB School. Before we dive into the video, a quick reminder about the Quarterback School Patreon community. This group is the foundation, the bedrock of this channel. Not only is it a great, cheap way to support the channel, but you get even more Quarterback School content. Hard to believe, right, with how much I'm pumping it out recently, but there is even more Quarterback School content over there, really long format videos. I try to create the environment of what it's like in an NFL quarterback room. So all sorts of nuance, detail, depth about not only the quarterback position, but high-level offense and defensive football. Hop over there, join, become a member. I appreciate your support. As for this video, let's get into it. Jalen Hurts, the Eagles. Nice win versus the Cowboys right here. Third and forever. Up top, slant, A.J. Brown. Rumbling, tumbling, getting really close to a first down here. I thought this was a really nice first drive. Aggressive on a number of occasions. Right here, third and forever. It's a little counterintuitive, but I really like what I'm going to call this a slant. It might be like a short in, but this slant, and the reason I love slants in third and long situations is that you got an opportunity for a safe-ish throw, but if you catch it, you're going towards your end zone. You're staying on the run. It's not a static route. It's not like a 9-stop. It's not anything where you're going to stop your feet. So this idea that we're going to hit our best player on the move, give us a chance, he fights his way to get us a fourth and manageable. Now, the other thing to pay attention to here, and again, I'm just going to call this double slant. It might be, I'm acknowledging the fact that this might be a short in. This double slant here for me and the Eagles here just shows a little bit, and I'll show it in a later clip, about how the attention to detail here, to me, is just still not as precise as you would love to see. So for me here, I prefer a one-step slant with a three-step slant. Old school, maybe, probably is. But for me here, that allows this thing, the first one step, or what I'm used to calling a dart, to clear this thing out. It's almost like a glorified clear, so that you're never in the same lane for the quarterback. So when the quarterback's back here in the top of the drop, you don't want him to look through and see the dart or the inside slant and the outside slant in the same lane. You want him to see, oh, the first dart cleared it out, and now the second slant is in a different window. And so just that little thing, little detail, and I'll show it later in the video, so you got to hang around to make sure you see the one that doesn't work, but it gets compounded when the number 2 or the tight end up top is getting jammed. So that guy's got to go. You got to clear it out. And it does right here, leaves out space on the outside, free access, catch, throw, nice hookup, big time third and forever, especially when you got your right guard taking an L on a really good player. Whoop, get it out. Nice job from Hurts. Fourth and manageable. Let's go. Next one here is that fourth and manageable. We are being aggressive, going forward, 4th and 3. Love it. We're going to hit what I'm going to call a corner by the number 2 up top, tight end. Beautiful throw from Jalen right up on his grill on the sideline. 4th and 3, and we're ripping these kind of contested corners or deep outs down the field. You got to love it. Just an outstanding job from Hurts. Great base, beautiful throw, accuracy, a little bit of anticipation as well. So what I've heard whispers of people calling this crash concept, to me, this is just an iteration of smash. So we're up, running that short in or fin with this, what I'm going to call corner. You can read this thing a bunch of different ways. To me, this is middle field closed, man. So press man. And the thing about it, and I feel like I talk about it a decent amount on this channel, many defenses have what they call divider rules. And the divider can move based on where the ball is. But if the ball's in the middle, let's just say the divider is the top of the numbers in the league, top of the numbers. And that divider means that if the eligible, so again, we'll say top of the numbers. That means that if an eligible is lined up inside the divider, the defender in middle field closed man in many coverages, so middle field closed, post safety, man coverage, we've already talked about it. If you're inside the divider, the defender who's got you man to man usually is going to be outside leverage. So outside here. Normally. Why? Because you want to funnel the defenders want to funnel him to the middle field player. You've got that help. If you're outside the divider, you're essentially one-on-one by yourself. So there's going to be different technique. Now, down here, it plays it out exactly like how I would think. Run up, he's got outside leverage, you got a collision through him, it's going to be tough. Up top, the slot defender is inside. Thank you very much. We'll take it. So really nice job finding the correct leverage. Just a massive throw from Jalen Hurts on 4th and 3, man. The aggressiveness, love the call, great execution. Look at his base. Again, peek that. Slot defender up top, number 2 on the 2. See him inside the corner? Now look down here to the bottom on the slot defender. See him head up to outside. He's working outside, and now he runs through that collision. So just look at the leverage difference on those 2 corners down here, both slots. Just a really nice job picking the right one. And again, the accuracy, I'll go back and show the anticipation. When's he let this thing go? Separates right there. Lowercase a up top, but capital A anticipation, or capital A accuracy. Really nice job. That's just a massive play, man. 4th and 3, after you've already gone for it with the tush push earlier, backed up. Beautiful throw. Let's go. Next one here. This was a bit of a weird one for me with Jalen Hurts. It just feels like he got a little spooked. Like he starts moving, and I don't necessarily think there's any reason to kind of do the movement that he does. Now, he might feel some pressure on the right, just with the right tackle getting blown back into his lap. But his kind of movement to the left here makes this play kind of go sideways. So again, when you go to move, there's a difference between sliding to your left and like karaokeing to your left. Now you're way out of pocket, got no good throwaway. Now, throwaway is not the worst thing in the world, but for me here, we're really taking a shot. I think that there's worth talking about what this play is. So for me, we've got the tight end running a clear. That to me would be a potential question mark. We've got what I'm going to call this kind of over or, like loose banana basic, and then this big boy post at the top. I would make the argument that probably both of these throws are viable. Now, I think you could also make the argument that we don't need our tight end running this type of route, and we definitely don't need our tight end running this route and like chilling right here and stopping at the end of this thing. So again, we don't have to know the read to say, hey, this is probably open. And if we don't think it's open because this post safety drives this big boy post up top, got a chance for a massive touchdown. And we know the Eagles aren't afraid of throwing that thing down the field. I just feel like the pocket movement choice, right, when he could just slide over as opposed to karaoke, and now we're out of pocket. We got nothing. We can't get anything down the field because we move so violently. So again, just these little choices as far as pocket movement really impact a shot here. Again, you make you make the call. Would you throw it to Brown on the crosser? Probably. Right? Would you throw it to the deep post to Smith? Probably. But again, he's looking to scramble. Now, maybe there was a blown assignment. Maybe somebody ran the wrong route. I'm not saying I have the answers. I do not. All I'm saying is that the film looks disjointed. The movement from Jalen Hurts here, not his normal kind of correct decision with what they want to do to be able to time up with what they're doing down the field. And we've got tight end running vertical clears, all sorts of kind of all over the place offense. Next one here, really nice conversion on 3rd and 9. This is kind of a bastard look for me with the Cowboys are trying to do here, getting to Tampa 2 running out like this. The Eagles have a really nice call on working Smith across on what I'm going to call that deep in. Not a whole lot of options here. There's not a lot of good plays on 3rd and 9. We'll talk about the pass pro here that I love. But Hurts does a great job just trusting it, keeping his base, ripping that ball down the field. It's outstanding. It really is. So this play to me starts with the pass protection. Okay, so I want you to watch this offensive line. The offensive line does this thing where they're all standing here, not set per se. They're set, but they're standing. They're high. Kelsey hasn't put his hand on the ball. He's making all the protection calls. Everyone is set here, but it doesn't look like they're ready. Then Kelsey puts his hand on the ball and quick snaps it. The reason you do that is to not allow these guys to pin their ears back and get into their NFL 3rd down exotic pressures. So it's like a quick snap, but everyone is protected and communicated. So that's the first part. When I tell you that I love this, I love this. This is outstanding pass protection, world class. Now, coverage-wise here, To me, this is a bastard Tampa 2 play. So he's going to get to the middle. This guy, LOL, is running all the way to the half field. So whatever. They can do whatever they want on defense. Try to get into these bastard looks. It really doesn't matter, especially when we're running a glorified deep in or over here with a clear. So there's all sorts of space. Hurts finds it. I love Hurts' base here. He's able to trust the pass pro, hang in there. First, let's watch the protection. So see the point? Hand on go, right? Communication, hand on go. Now watch them try to run out to Tampa 2 here. The number 2 is going to the middle of the field. Beautiful, kind of flooding the area down here to the bottom with that over. Nice job. Great job from Hurts with his base. Watch the pass protection. You let it soak over you here. This is world-class pass protection at the highest level. Kelsey makes the point. There's 11. See how everyone is set? See the guys on the left? Technically, they're moving their arms, but set. Quick hand and go. Look at Hurts' base here, y'all. Look at his base. No heel click. All his cleats in the ground. Strike, 3rd and 9. Hell yes. Next one here, 3rd and 8. Right before halftime, speed out up top. Great anticipation from Hurts. Nice route, speed out to Brown right up on his grill. Outstanding little first down. So a little shuffle drop, no hitch. All his cleats in the ground. Boop. Rip that thing. Again, the ball location, outstanding. Obviously, those guys have a special hookup. Watch the footwork here. No hitch. Boom. Anticipation. Separates right there. You can see Brown up top on the speed out, not out of the cut yet. The ball location. Perfect. One more time, full speed. Again, just the precision. If they're going to give you free access like this, you got to take it. 1, 2, 3. Boom. I love the dot right up on his grill. Easy catch, first down, sideline, stop the clock. Just a lot to like here in 2-minute offense. Boom. Decisive, accurate. Let's go. Halftime. You dig the channel and you haven't already, please like, subscribe, hit the bell, get the notifications. I really do appreciate you subscribing to the channel. It means a lot to me, so thank you for doing that. Again, the Quarterback School Patreon community, you know about it. Join, become a member, get even more Quarterback School content. We also have Quarterback School courses. Now, if you enjoy the way that I talk and teach ball, you will love the Quarterback School courses. We've got courses on RPOs, tempos, pass protection. The best-selling course is How to Beat Every Coverage. We even have an entire offensive system and structure available for you, so hop over there and enroll. The link is in the video description. We also have free resources available. I reference the free quick game passing course a bunch in this video. There's a bunch of different free resources available, also all linked in the video description. Hop over there and check all those out. Then finally, make sure to follow me across social media platforms. Now, not everyone's on every single social media platform, and I'm definitely more active on some versus others. But if you're on Twitter, X, that is definitely the spot where I spend the most amount of time. If you have questions about what video is or where the Stroud video is or where this video is, I definitely talk about it probably most often over there. So hop over there and follow me. You can see my handle right below on the right. Hop over there. I appreciate the follow. Thank you so much for making it through this video up until this point. Let's get back to it, second half. Next one here, 3rd and 2. We're going to go zone read. Little RPO down here to the bottom. Hurts takes it himself. Conflict defender key read is 11. Now, I'll talk about it at the end with Hurts and what it looks like, health-wise. But this is just a beautiful job right here. Nice play call. Certainly, I think it's safe to say Hurts isn't anywhere close to 100%. But we're still able to kind of gut through some of these things. So for me here, zone read, this is who we're reading. So the offensive line or the run blocking unit is blocking zone to the left. Just for fun, check out the dent that they make right here, guard center. So as we come across here, there's the dive. Here's the quarterback run element of it. In addition, we've got the flat and like the little pick or snag or spot right here. So you've got the R, you've got the run, you got the zone read possibility, you've got the P here for the RPO, down here for the potential pitch or pass. You got multiple pass opportunities. Just puts significant stress on a defense. And again, I love doing this to dominant guys. So this is 11. He's a hell of a player. Instead of always blocking, always chipping, always running away from him, read him. And usually Jalen Hurts makes this even look even easier when he's fully healthy. Just a great job. Again, play it out. If for some reason you couldn't run it, you see the flat. You see Brown on the little spot route. So first level RPO, great job. We're reading 11 right here. The D-gap player, he's outside 88. See him come way down. Whoop. Easy read. That's an easy pull. Check out the dent from the center and right guard. Boom. Boom. Go get it yourself. Protect yourself. Get down. Next one here. Touchdown pass up top. Smith, double move. This is a beautiful throw. This is an absolute dot. Dropped right into the bucket. Not a lot of space over there. Right over the shoulder. Nice catch. Nice route. Better ball. So double move here. Usually say, you just like Hurts does here, you really don't even have to pump, especially when the corner's not looking at you. But look at this throw. Oh, nice job with your feet as well. Hell of a play. So if this route is what I'm going to call a double move, and it might just be a go where Smith just has the freedom to do this. But if we're going to come up here, he's going to come up, stutter his feet, and then go. And normally you'd like to keep a little bit more space on the sideline. But if that is the route and the coverage is middle field closed, press man. See how he's looking right at the wide receiver? There's no reason for the quarterback to come back here, pump over here, reset, and then throw this thing deep down the field. Because if you do that, all you're doing is bringing the free safety over to the play. So instead, versus press like this, let the route win. This guy's got to be able to beat this corner. So let him win, and then all the quarterback has to do is hold this free safety off. Now, it helps when you throw an absolute dot as well to beat the corner. But just keep your eyes right down the middle of the field. Don't give away where you're going. Certainly don't look over here and pump versus press man. The route will be able to beat the corner. So watch that little stutter up top. Up. Got him. Look at the free safety down here to the bottom. If anything, he moves to the opposite way. See him move the opposite way? So he goes from the middle of the field to the bottom hash. Now we got him. Never going to get over there and make that play. That's an absolute dot of a throw as well. Just a really great job from Jalen Hurts. Hold that free safety. Look at him look to the right. He even does peek to the right. Peek to the right. Safety goes to the right. Get lined up. All his cleats in the ground. Look at this accuracy. Oh my goodness. That is a perfect throw. Boop. Touchdown. Next one here. Similar type throw. Same guy, same side of the field, deep down the field. This time the throw is a little bit underthrown. Usually I'm not mad at it. Right here, the reason it doesn't work, he catches it. He's just out of bounds. And I talked about it on the last one that you'd love to have a little bit more space on the sideline with these routes. And what I mean by that is that in the league, I feel like I say this on pretty consistently on some of these videos, in the league, most practice fields for NFL teams have a red line that is 5 yards from the sideline. It usually runs on both sides of the field. So you go down there, you can't see it here, but just imagine we're 5 yards from the sideline. You'd have this red line on both sides. This red line refers for the wide receivers so when they win on these outside verticals, you want to win and then get back to the red line and stack that corner. So you want to get that corner behind you, pick a better color, behind you as you run that vertical. You do not want to get pushed to the sideline here and let that corner dictate and condense the space and push you to the sideline, because when you make the catch, he just pushes you out of bounds, which is exactly what happens here. So for me here, the route, you would love to just win with more space out there. And again, oftentimes you'll hear me say best release, and best release refers to you can go outside or inside, and only they know what their release is. This is not recess. You don't get to do whatever the hell you want out there for most of these guys. So just winning with a little bit better window, because it's not a perfect throw from Hurts. It slows him down a tick. I prefer this over an overthrow. But because the corner does a good job of pushing you towards the sideline, once you go up, he can just, get you out right on the sideline. And the Fighting Al Harrises will do that all the time. So again, I love the aggressiveness. This offense does that. Just would love to win with a little bit more space over there. So when you make this catch, it counts as a catch. Next one here. This is a tough one for me because I really like this idea. We're going to catch quarters. We're going to throw a post. Yes, please. I love this almost all the time. I think the design here allows the Fighting Owls to kind of fall into this. And what I mean by that is because the route on the right from Smith is more of this like fake over corner as opposed to a true corner, it allows the corner 21 to fall back into it. And that's a lot of me saying corner. So let me draw it up and make sure we're all locked in. The first thing here is, again, I love this offense and its aggressiveness down the field. You catch quarters, okay? What a lot of casuals would call shell. I'm looking at you, if you're smiling. Up, big post. And really in quarters, and you have a big post, play action post, you're looking at the post side safety. If he hesitates at all or stays flat-footed, that thing's going up. I'm all for it. Now, the part that I don't like about this is that this route down here to the bottom is trying to sell the over and then come out kind of flat this way. And what that does do is it captures this safety, but it allows this fighting owl to kind of fall back into the post. And that's not on Hurts. Hurts is not looking at this corner to throw that post. That's on the design. Okay, so let me say that again. Because this route is what it is here, and it could be anything, right? Like, I think if you wanted to capture both these guys, an old school shake works. You could run, a deep in probably works. You got a lot of different options. But because we do this corner really just falls into that post from the other side. So it's a nice play from 21, no doubt about it. I just think the design here, you can see the blind spot with what this route is to the bottom. First, let's watch the safety up top. See, we go blow by him, we baseball turn him. It looks like there's 2-on-1, but really it's 1-on-none. A.J. Brown can run and get through that. Down here to the bottom, you can see 21. He's running with Smith thinking, oh, I've got that over. He puts the brakes on, and 21 just keeps on going. He sees and feels that post. And then he falls into that, and it looks like, man, that's like a turnover-worthy play. What are you doing, Hurts? Why are you throwing that jump ball into triple coverage? It's not triple coverage. The guy falls into it because of the design, the construction of the play. Hurts is not looking at the backside corner for that post. So I just think that the design here could have been better, a little bit made life easier on Hurts, especially this should be a touchdown. So again, love the aggressiveness. Let that thing rip. I think it's a good throw. I think he catches that if 21's not there. Again, this picture looks terrible. Like, what are you doing? Why would you possibly throw that? But the design here impacts it much more than the actual decision to throw it up. Next one here, another really nice RPO call. Little spread triple, 12 invert wing. We're going to hit that flat coming back across. Nice job from Hurts, giving us a good throw right on the flat. This thing turns into a big chunk play. Again, love the idea of reading 11 in the left C gap. He tries to squeeze that thing. Easy pull read. Big guy going, nice straight arm. This is a hell of a play. So what is the play? To me, this is just an iteration of zone read. We are reading this player right here. First level RPO. The defensive line is the first level. If 11 can get up and tackle the back, so if he can come up and make this tackle at all, we're going to pull it. So that's the first read. Second read is, can we run it as a quarterback? And then if not, we've got the pitch and the spread triple coming across here on the flat. Now it also looks like they have a built-in front side option where we might get like a little slant. It's got a little Dolphins flavor to it. So lots of different options, significant stress on a defense. Love this formation with the invert wing down here to the bottom too. Whoop. Great job. Excellent execution from Hurts. I love incorporating this RPO game into what the Eagles do. I think they're one of the best teams doing it. Again, just another way to attack and impact a dynamic player like 11. Read him again. Nobody even touches him. Nice big chunk. Outstanding offense. Is your boy McCarthy down here fired up about guys going downfield? What's he whining about? He's got to be whining about guys blocking downfield. Not a Kelsey. Come on, man. They're never going to flag Kelsey for that. Guy's got the #1 podcast. Come on, Mike. Next one here, touchdown pass off damn near the same play. Now, different personnel, different people doing it. Not exactly the same play, but the bones of it are exactly the same. This time out of pistol, zone read, flip it to the pitch, which is the flat, to Brown, touchdown. Again, significant stress on the defense. We're reading 33. Pitch and catch, great cut. Not a way to get vertical. But it is really the same play for the quarterback. So not the exact same play, so don't freak out. But it's 2x2, inverted wing again. All that means is true wing is this. Inverted wing is what it is right here. Outside inline guy on the line of scrimmage. Wing on the inside. He's the guy who catches the touchdown coming across on the flat. It's zone read. We're reading the C-gap defender right here, 33. We've got the inside dive part of the triple. We've got the quarterback run, and we've got the pitch. Spread triple, you're welcome. Significant stress on the defense. Love the execution right here. Great play call, nice design. Whoop. Really nice cut right there. That a way to get vertical, get yourself a touchdown. Outstanding offense. Just so much stress on the defense. Great execution from Hurts. Whoop. Let's go. Next one here, 2nd and 8. This is the double slant I was talking about earlier in the video, this time down here to the bottom. I'm assuming he's trying to throw it to 11. You know, the throw is kind of in no man's land. I'm guessing 13 here doesn't do the correct route. Not that he doesn't do the correct route like he doesn't have a slant. I just think his release is so funky. Watch the two guys at the bottom and see how they're on top of each other. So see how they're in the same lane for the quarterback right here? So because the slot does this like, you know, adult flag football release down here to the bottom, A.J. Brown's he's covered up. He's covered by 3 people, one of which is his own guy. So there's a few things here. First off, I know a great free course that is in the video description that talks about this exact type of situation. But for me with Hurts, I would love to see him sink on that back foot. So whatever your drop is, and you know you have press one-on-one for somebody that you really like, I think the technique that I prefer is whatever the drop is they're asking him to do, take that thing and then sink on that back foot. Like let your hips sink down to allow this guy a little bit more time to win. That would be the first thing. But he's never really going to have a chance on this play. It doesn't matter if he does that this play because the inside guy does this like kind of sabotage route where he widens and then comes in underneath. Again, I said it earlier in the video. I'll repeat it here. My favorite way to do this double slant is for this one to be a 1-step or faster and the outside one to be a true 3-step. Now, all that kind of goes out the window versus press. You get press here. You just have to know the time clock here. You got to go first and you've got to win. So you got to do whatever your 3-step timing is and then win across. And I think he does. I think he does like, I'm a bully. I'll bench press your ass and then come across. But because the number 2 is so slow, we end up being in the same lane for Jalen. So lots of moving parts. Everybody could probably do it a little bit better. But my thing with just this offense is I feel like when you turn on the film, sometimes these kind of lack of details, like this is camp stuff for me. Like, let's clean this up. Like slot, you got to know you got to go. You can't, whatever the hell this release is, which is not for me. I don't want to see, don't do that again. Just go. Okay, you're not A.J. Brown. Clear that thing up for A.J. Brown. And then A.J. Brown, you know, maybe you give us something a little bit more, sell the vertical and snap it across. I don't know if you need to get both hands on and just eject him right here. And then Hurts just sink on that back foot versus press. So damn near every guy, I think, could do it a little bit cleaner here. But I mean, easy for me to say, right? Like sink on your back foot. You're just standing on the, you know, the G in your own end zone. Not a good feeling. But again, I still think it's a really positive thing for Eagles offense that they're winning, they're beating good teams, and there's still a lot of things that they feel like they could even do better. This is another example of that. 3rd and 3. I love taking the shot down here to the bottom. I really do. Press coverage. You like your matchup. We just got to throw that thing in bounds. Again, I've said it now multiple times. Those guys on the perimeter, I know they're great receivers, but give us a bigger window. Now, again, Jalen Hurts, you have to throw it in bounds. And that's not outside the white, but that's wide white. The other thing I would say here is I know we love 11. I love 11. If he doesn't win, so this little stumble here, now maybe Jalen doesn't see it because he's looking off, but you don't have to throw it, right? Like you only have to throw these goes, especially on 3rd down, if he wins. Look at the slot down here to the bottom. It's just unfortunate. I'm not saying the ball should go to the slot. I like the matchup. Let's be aggressive. Let's throw it in bounds. But if you didn't like it, or if you saw the collision down here to the bottom right here, you could come off of it to 13. So that's the next step, the next evolution, as opposed to forcing it. And if we're going to force it, we've got to give him a chance to go make a play. At worst, an underthrow. At best, it's a dot. We've seen him do all of the above. It's just a tough miss. So that is a wrap. Jalen Hurts, nice win over the Cowboys. I think the first thing that jumps off the film, Jalen Hurts not 100%. Just not moving around like he normally does. For whatever reason, I'm not that kind of doctor. I can tell you that I personally really appreciate seeing guys out there trying to fight it, grit through, kind of not being 100%. I can tell you anecdotally from doing it before, it's not fun. It's not enjoyable. But I really think the film shows that Jalen Hurts continues to elevate that offense when he's out there. He might not be able to run around, create as much as he does, but they're still calling RPOs. They're still calling quarterback runs. He's still out there getting first downs. He's still out there moving around, making plays. So for me, I love seeing that stuff. It's a common saying across ball, and I certainly said it a lot when I was coaching at the high school level, but your best ability is your availability is a real thing. And Jalen Hurts is being available for his team. And I think it just really does one of those things that just continues to galvanize him as kind of the leader, the spokesperson for what they are as a franchise and offense. And it's really cool to see him kind of come into his own and not just fight through it, but fight through it and play well. That touchdown pass to Smith, his ability to get out there and create on meaningful down and distance, fourth down, ripping it down the field, just beautiful play. I love seeing that. I love the aggressiveness of what they are as a franchise and an offense as well. You put all those things together, and you also acknowledge that the film continues to show a combination of issues, whether it be structurally, like how we're putting things together, allowing other people to like make plays that shouldn't make plays on certain concepts down the field, or just little design choices, or how we're teaching or coaching slot things, or how receivers are covering themselves up. As those things continue to get worked through and polished up, I think this offense has the opportunity, as they get healthy, to be even more dynamic. And that's got to be really cool to Eagles fans. Pretty exciting time to be an Eagles fan for sure. Thank you so much for hanging to the end. I will see you next time. Have a good one.